Update on American battery metals, global battery metals, and SunHydrogen. We'll begin with American battery metals. It closed the session of the 10th of February 2021 at $3.76. And it seems in the pre-market session it's up to $3.79. That's the pre-market session of the 11th of February 2021. We must point out that we have a position in American battery metals. It has a market cap of $1.8 billion, 479.89 million shares are outstanding. We don't have any figures on its short interest, so let's see if we can do that. Okay, we don't have any. Okay, but what is certain is that it increased by 333%. Okay, and the short interest is about 3.7 million shares. Prior to that, it was 856. A few weeks ago, a few days ago, we pointed out that the short interest on American battery metals, and indeed some hydrogen, was increasing. So it's still increasing, and that might be behind the reason for it pulled back yesterday. As a matter of fact, for the last two trading sessions, it's been pulling back. So it's currently at $3.76. So it's not in a correction mode yet, but not very far away from it. So we have that short interest of 3.7 million shares. That will give us a percentage of not even up to 1%. So there's not anything to worry about, but it's still very important, because if all of those shares are to be bought back, it can cause some effect. It can cause the stock to slightly move up. If all of that were to be closed in just one transaction, yes, it would definitely cause a significant wave on the price of ABML. So even though it's only 1%, it's not that irrelevant. So it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares remain 652.6% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. And ABML, as it concerns its momentum as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions, but at lower prices. No doubt about that. Certain market participants have already indicated that that is what's going on. People are removing money from ABML, but they are citing global battery metals, which is the next one we're going to look at as the destination of those funds. So the unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure. No doubt about that. It's run up for some time. What is it called? From okay, let's begin from sometime in early February. Okay, mid-February, it began to run up almost like every day, and it's corrected and pulled back again, and corrected and rather pulled back and moved back in. So are we seeing a pattern here? Okay, who knows? Today already we can see it's slightly up, but it's still early days. It's only the pre-market session. So if you're keen on jumping on American battery metals, there's a lot that has been said about the stock. Tesla is keen. Apart from all of those things that have been said, it has mining the resources and recycling the resources that the likes of Tesla, the likes of the many luxury and regular EV electric vehicle makers need, which is batteries. And so far so good. I think the batteries, the lithium batteries, have won the day for now. The hydrogen fuel cells have not matched it yet at the moment, even though of course we know that Toyota Prius and some other ones, they've been those vehicles are powered by hydrogen, I believe, hydrogen fuel cells, and they've been around for more than a decade now. So but so far lithium batteries, I mean, because of NIO and Tesla, they may be the most popular of power sources at the moment. So ABML is in the right space if you want to buy it. It's slightly, according to the data we just used now, referenced, is correcting. So by all means, get in. Let's see what we can look at. What we touched on as it concerns its extension levels. So okay, well, right now I don't think the best thing to be talking about is its at extension level, because it closed down. Okay, but if we want to go by what is going on right now, it says it's pointing upwards slightly. Well, we can still reassert our $4.49 for its next extension level, which is the 61.8 extension level, and then $4.77 for the 100% extension level. All of these are just natural levels. Since nobody exactly knows, the best you can do is to refer to a natural set of levels or numbers as it concerns how things can play out. And Fibonacci, was able to come up with that, and he and people or his peers were able to validate those numbers. And in the case of advancement levels, it's mostly 61.8 from the reference point you want to use, 61.8%. And then that is the first one. The second one thereafter is the 100% extension level. Okay, so let's move on to global battery metals. Global battery metals closed the session of the 10th of February at $11. $1.11. We don't have any figure yet in the pre-market session. Maybe it's not, nothing is going on there yet. So let's see if we can update this time range. Okay, so we don't have any position there. It has a market cap of $60.5 billion. Note that American Battery Metals is in the billions already. You can see 1.8 billion. So this is the sort of thing market participants will be looking at, and they're saying, "Oh my goodness, this is another fuel cell as it concerns plug power." Remember when that happened? Plug power was at I can't remember. I believe it was not even. I believe it wasn't up to $3 when we once met it, or something like that, or less than $5. I remember even talking about each reaching $5, and after some time we talked about $20, and it has already surpassed $20. So all of these are in less than 7 months. So it has 42.901 shares outstanding, 42.901 million shares outstanding. Okay, let's see if we can find out what is going on as it concerns its short interest. Global Battery Metals, its short interest increased by 2,240%. You can see the current is 318,200, and prior to that time it was only 13,600. So let's plug it here and see what that will look like. So 318,000. Not a lot. 1% of this will be 4. Yeah, nearly close to 1%. So yeah, if you're buying all of those things, all of those shares, it will definitely move this radar. It will definitely move this curve up slightly. If all of that were to go in, going by the current price, we're talking about 380, roughly 300 and up to 400,000 dollars in the sidelines that will go into the stock. So we're talking about once you move that, you're talking about a market cap of up to $61 million. So it's not a joke. It's just very much like a stock increasing by 1%. That's what it means, and 1% is a lot. If you're trading options and the stock has moved up by 1%, there's a good chance that you might even eke up a 10% gain on the options. So it's not that even though it is not a lot, it's quite insignificant. But yet we have actually demonstrated that it is something. It is something. So there isn't any news. There is some news here. Okay, let's have a look. And says here. Okay, this is can make a decision to impose a temporary suspension halt on of trading in security of that publicly listed company. Okay. Okay, this is as it concerns global battery metals. It came out on the 9th. Okay. Is it okay? Canadian news. But it trades this stock we are looking at is trading in the US. Okay, it is probably the this is probably what it trades at in Canada. Okay, so that's not this one. This one that is trading on the bulletin boards, or rather the over the counter, which is what we are looking at right now. So global battery metals appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it's outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for global battery metals is strongly bullish. The slope of the indicator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. Okay, it's in the overbought territory, but it has actually cooled off a bit of late. Probably because of the sell-off, or rather the squeeze, the shots and the shorting that may have occurred. So we're not sure if it is as a result of a short that or a shorting that pulled back the price, but it looks like it. It looks like it. You can see this is sometimes well, doesn't always follow, but it looks like it. It looks, it has a regular pattern in its decline. All right, it definitely has a hand in it. The short figures we're seeing there definitely may have contributed to that regular pattern in decline. So this means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So the momentum is strongly bullish, and the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80. Okay, even though we are seeing that the price rate of change is at 867.4%. At some point, it was actually higher than that. So, but they still think it is still bullish. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive, and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So yes, at some point a few days ago, this stock added 100% in one session. And yes, that will definitely that would definitely attract the shorting vultures, and they have done that. And it continued to decline, I believe. after that, after the last session, which was on the 10th. So it's definitely even correcting without any doubt. It's definitely in a correction mode, even though that the trend analysis did not point that out. No, what did they say? The trend analysis is still strongly bullish. Okay, probably because of the huge 100% run up, and by the time you add up the previous gains, you can see it's a very steep curve we have here. It has pretty much a line. As a matter of fact, from the 28th of January, it has gone from 19 cents to almost 10 times what it was trading at then. So it is definitely in a correction mode for sure. Sorry, it's definitely in a correction mode, even though we did not point that out. So it's definitely just like American Battery Metals. It's in the right space. If you want to jump in now, you can always do so, and don't put a lot of money. Always leave some on the table to buy more. One market participant indicated that he was going to buy more. He took some money off the table and said he was going to buy more, and that's clever as well. But our advice is always leave a fraction for each share you're buying, each stock you're buying. Leave some cash for you to go back in when there is a correction and all that stuff. It's always good to have some cash left. I myself, it's a tough decision to make. I always wanted to throw everything at them, but of late I know I have to keep holding back and keeping some reserve, and it has been paying off. But the urge to throw everything is so strong. It's you can't. I myself, I find it hard to resist. So the next one is SunHydrogen. SunHydrogen is slightly up in the pre-market session, and we have that at 22,834 shares have already been purchased. It could even be more now, and only 2,500 have been sold. So it is definitely a positive going by those figures. It's probably nearly 9 times. There's more. The demand to buy is almost 9 times more than that of the demand to sell so far. We have a position in SunHydrogen, and it has a market cap of $610.7 million, 2.845 billion shares outstanding. Okay, let's have a look and see if we can find its short interest. Okay, short interest has increased by 731%. It currently stands at 11.8 million. And prior to that time was only 1.4 million. So interesting things are going on. But that is if you want to match that to this, out of 11 million out of 2.84 billion, easily not up to 1% as well. Yet it is still something. It can definitely move up the stock. If all of that were to go in, the stock could move up by let's say roughly 0.7% or indeed 1%. So it's not intangible. So we have some news here. It says this news is you may have heard about it. It's came out on the 9th, which is about 2 days ago. And it says SunHydrogen, the developer of a breakthrough technology to produce renewable hydrogen using sunlight, today shared an update and published new recently, taking photos of its Gen 1 demonstration program units being assembled by Suzhou GH New Energy Tech in Suzhou, China. Okay, so the Gen 1 is the one that is technology that is probably in place at the moment, but the Gen 2 is the one that involves nanotechnology, which is supposed to be by far the most promising. It's not there yet, so they're still in the works. So it uses multi-junction. This is Gen 1 uses multi-junction amorphous silicon solar cells and is designed to provide a clear proof of concept and demonstrate the potential of scalable growth and commercial viability of the Gen 2 program. Okay, yeah. So Gen 2 is one. Gen 2 is a program is one that the company believes is its most economical from a technological and commercial viability standpoint. By gaining and leveraging insights from Gen 1 program, Gen 2 technology is well positioned to attain 3 times the solar to hydrogen efficiency and represents a potential tipping point for market change in hydrogen production. Okay, so it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, let's have a look. It hasn't really done so much of late, and all of these shots will definitely be affecting it. And we can also see that it has now probably converged with its 10-day trend line, so that's also interesting. It says, what did it say? It's correcting. Yeah, it is correcting. Yeah, so of late it hasn't moved around that much. Yeah, so we're not. We haven't even looked at its retracement levels yet. So but we are just going to carry on with what we have already. Although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares remain 207.0% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for SunHydrogen is improving. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Okay, so momentum is improving. Okay, but right now its price sort of changes in the negative. Okay, so the unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying opportunity. So if there is a lack of buying opportunity, that is when you have to go in, because you are going counter. You're going contrary, and it leaves you more room to maybe probably take your time and look at things and and pick and choose. So it's definitely presenting a good buying opportunity. It is still cheap, and it's definitely in the right space, and it's of interest to a lot of people. It has a market cap of only $610 million. It could be more, it could be in the billions, so definitely all of this correction, all of this lack of interest, all of these loss of momentum definitely is a buying opportunity as it concerns SunHydrogen. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for sending this subscriber count past 1,000. We have noted that we have more than 9,000 unique viewers of our videos. So you could be one of them. Just click that subscribe button, and if we had all those 9,000 people and more who subscribe, then we would be looking at a subscriber count that is way more than 10,000 now. Okay, thank you very much.